Hello, good evening and welcome to the Little Farmer's Farm with me, Guru Mafinda. On today's exciting episode we've got some challenges ahead of us. We're getting the footings in and we're also getting the framing up, the basic framing up for the new polytunnel, which is Tiki Tunnel 2, TT2. This is going to be an 8 foot wide. Well, actually it's not, it's going to be, because it's metric. Half of them's metric and the other half's bloody imperial, which we found out today. So for the 4 hoops, 2 of them are slightly bigger than the other 2. But these are all the exciting challenges that you face when you're doing your own polytunnel and you're not buying it, you're creating it. So I hope you enjoy it. If you do like it, give us a thumbs up. If you don't like it, go like that. If you do that though, you're an onanist. But yeah, Joe's given us a lift today as well, the wise old elf, as well as Mother Earth. So yeah, we'll catch you in a bit. Enjoy. Okay, so obviously we've got to continue with the clear out operation. Excuse me. I'm going to shift all those out of the way, get rid of that, get rid of the compost that's inside of that raised bed, and then move that raised bed out of the way. So we've got a blank canvas to work from. That's what we need really. See which way the land lies, literally. So I'm guessing that it's going to be a bit higher up towards the back end because we do have that slope coming down here. So I want to make sure that we can level that out and get it pretty on a par with this. So we'll check what the land is like, the lay of the land, and try and make it nice and flat. So that's the job to do. Got to get them moved though. That's going to take about 10 minutes, 20 minutes. I've got about 45 minutes worth of work there just to get it clear. Right, so I've moved all the soil out from the pumpkin bed and I've put it over there, out of the way. Right, so the side pieces have been driven in and we've measured that, run a line of string across so that we know that they're the right height. I'm just cracking my head on the bloody tubes there. That's dropped down, but I can assure you that the strings are right. We've had to get them in 360 long, which is just under 12 feet, and that's 240 wide. And there's the wise old elf, been giving us a lift, shaking his head. That's why we're way ahead of ourselves here. I blame Joe for that. So they've gone in 240 wide, which is just short of 8 feet, by 360 long. And that's in the centimetres. But now we've got to sort the hoops, because we've hit a bit of a snag with these hoops. That first one's gone in splendidly, but that one hasn't. We've had to swap out one of the curves on it, because that was too wide to fit into that. But I'm sure we can sort it in some way or another. So that's in. That's going to be the dimensions of it. Instead of it being 14 feet, it's going to be 12 feet, so that we've got that space at the back to get the compost bins in at the back of this. And it fits better like that. It's in proportion then with the other tunnel. So it'll be a scaled down version. It'll be a 2/3 size version of Tiki Tunnel 1. So Tiki Tunnel 2 will be its baby brother. So we're going to crack on. So the issue that we've got is that these don't connect up, the 2 fat ends. Fat end. So we're going to fill it with a bit of wood.
Right, so we've pushed one piece in.
One piece has been pushed inside there as a stop.
That can act as a stop now for that.
Yeah.
Yeah?
And then that
if we pull that up,
should fit on. Now it's knocked it down again, I think, can it? Pull it out. Oh no, it's not. No, it's alright, that.
right.
Now all I'll have to do is sort of clamp that in some way so that it burrs it up, but I've got some Gorilla Tape I might wrap round. Once the side braces are in, the long lengths are in, down the side, that'll firm it up and keep it in place.
Yeah.
Those are our long lengths that you can see down there. And what we can do is bolt it through as well. I'll drill through and bolt it through. Keep it tight. Once it's all braced up, you're laughing.
See, that just wants sliding up now, Tony, doesn't it?
Yeah. Them long pieces will do that. We know it's level because we've run the string round and we put the spirit level on top of it, so we know these are going to be level. That's not level because that's down there, but I can assure you that these are all set at the right height.
So some of those small side arms that are sticking out where you are,
Yeah,
that little side arm, will that knock out?
these.
No, yeah, those.
Yeah,
Will they knock
they
out?
should come out. Yeah,
Right.
but we can run the poles through potentially, or attach the long poles.
That's what you've done in here, isn't it?
That's what we did in there, yeah. But we use clamps on that. But I can use, I can screw through and put bolts in to them.
If that will fit in there. If we knock this in with a hammer, we can get that from the here.
Yeah, potentially, yeah.
And then if we get another length,
I don't think they'll interlock them. But what I'm going to do with these is I'm going to bolt them together. I'll put 3 bolts through, so I'll drill through the actual steel.
well, the hole's already
There's already an hole there, so we can attach that one
to that,
and then just run them along.
which again will stiffen the side pieces, won't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll do that, and we'll get some bracing across as well. I've got loads of bits like this that we can brace it with, but that's it's like I say, only thing you get through rushing is skid marks, so we've plenty of time. And there we go. Like I said, these can be bolted too, so I'll run a bolt through, drill through, run a bolt through, coach bolt with a round head. That's your next stage to get that up. But the basic frame is done now.
It sounds like you know what you're talking about, Tom.
Well, I did that, didn't I? I did the tiki tunnel, the famous tiki tunnel. This is T2. But there'll be a bit of fiddling and adjusting just to get them, because they're not perfect, these. They're not perfect, but they will be. We'll adjust the heights and get them right, get them spot on, innit, mate?
Well, that's the plan, Tony, yeah.
That's the POA, as they say.
But now, because the basic framework is up, yeah, you can see, if you like, the future, can't you?
Yeah, the future's bright, the future's tiki.
Because if we look at it from this end, we've got one of these here,
Yeah,
this one there, 2. Be with me.
it's because they're 2 different trampolines, isn't
we've
it?
got one there, 3. So this is what should have been, or could have been.
A connector. But I think they're 2 different. They're 2 different ones, aren't they? That's off a different trampoline, so it doesn't quite marry up. But it'll be right. Just a matter of basic adjustments, isn't it? We'll get them right. We'll get it looking the part, boys and girls.
No, that doesn't fit that, does it?
Yeah. I think actually the parts off about 3 trampolines these that have been cannibalised together. If you get 2 trampolines of exactly the same manufacture, you're laughing. If you don't, you've got to think. You've got to put your thinking cap on and do a bit of adjusting.
Yeah.
But they're all right, aren't they?
Yeah, they're good.
It's looking the part, isn't it? Like I say, a little bit of tinkering and jiggery pokery.
Because this,
Try not to pull them all apart like I've just
you
done.
slide that in. Hang on. Well, you've knocked that in, haven't you?
Yeah.
Well, that little end piece we've just had. If this fits on there,
Which it does.
it does. And if this
I think we've only.
fits
Have we only got one of them, or have we got more?
on there, which it does.
Here, we'll have a tinker. I'll come back in a second. So all the time as we've been fitting this in, we adjust and we check for level and plumb and try. Oh, it's brew time. Governor's shouting us.
I've just had a text off her.
Right, I'll come across. We're having a coffee, me and Joe. But yeah, just to make sure that you're keeping it plumb and straight. as best as you possibly can. It's the Elvish way, isn't it, Joe?
The Elvish way, but my God. There's a gentle slope on the ground. Yeah?
Yeah. It
Once
doesn't
you
look
get-
so bad, does
Once
it?
you get your horizontals in now, yeah, it'll pull together.
Get them horizontal straight bars in. I'm going to get, I've got a steel bit, 8mm steel bit, and I've got a 4mm one, you know, to do a pilot hole with.
Pilot hole first and then your big
And then
one.
you big un.
But
And then we'll
because
coach bolt it.
Because your N2 are the same, yeah,
Yeah, same trampoline.
is your idea to run from here?
I'm going to run it from underneath there, so I'm going to screw through, because that's a central joint. Now, if we'd have run the poles through that would be ideal, but because the other ones don't have a central join, it throws it out. As you can see where Joe's holding it there, it actually comes away and drops down.
But by the time we've extended this from there to here, because that only wants tapping with a hammer, the elbow.
Yeah, it's because these are in centre, you'd have had to run it to get it straight. These have had to have centres in as well, otherwise if you're attaching underneath that one will stand up further than the other ones.
That's right.
So if you run it underneath,
Ideally, if we could find a way of joining three together, we've tracked it, haven't we?
yeah, well, I can bolt them together.
Yeah,
Some of them have got what they call fluted edges, so they'll interlock, but some of them don't, because they're off two different trampolines. It's a bit of a pain in the backside. These are always exciting to do, these, because they never run exactly like you would do with a shop bought one. You've got to put your thinking cap on with them and come up with solutions.
And sore thumbs
And sore thumbs.
and strange language. Elvish
Well,
language.
ancient Elvish, I'd say, yeah. But these are built through a series of curse words and foul language and, you know, hitting your thumb and that. But it saves you about £1,000.
It's better than last of the summer wine, this. Isn't it?
Oh, definitely. We could do with somebody properly filming us too.
No, we could. Let's have a coffee and a fag and
Take it from there, mate.
take it from there.
Now, let's get back to the engine room.
Right.
So, yeah, we've come away from the Tiki Hut. Tiki Hut 1. Tiki Tunnel, sorry. TT1, Tiki Tunnel, you daft get. Tiki Tunnel 1. And it's 55 inches, that. So, that's enough of a gap now so that you can get up and down quite easily. So that's something that I've had to bear in mind, that's got to be enough space, enough elbow room really, once both structures are in place, to perambulate up and down the pathway there between the two tunnels. Okay, so that one is 2/3 the size of that one. Or is it not? No, it's 20% less, isn't it? 20% less in size than that one. That's what it's going to be. So that's going to be roughly 12 feet by 8 feet, and that's roughly 15 feet by 10 feet. So it's the little brother. Cool. It's not looking too bad. You can get it straight like that. Can't see any underneath or above. Now, to me, that's pretty much okay. It's not far off, is it, that? So all the hoops are round about the same height now. I think that'll do. That should do. We can see from our string line that it's actually running pretty straight and they're in alignment. The trouble with this one is, this one, the other ones are jointed in, aren't they, like that? That one couldn't be jointed So it's actually a bigger hoop. It's about 2 or 3 inches bigger. That we've had to slide a piece of dowel in to connect it up there. That's going to be the bugbear, that one. Once the straight bar's in, it shouldn't be too bad, but I'll know it's the... People won't be able to see it, I bet. But I'll know that that's bigger than the other 3. And that it's going to stick out a bit. But it'll be a polytunnel at the end of the day. It's looking alright. Looking plumb. It's matters of perspective, I think. Once we get those bars in, those straight bars in, we can make sure as it's sturdy and level. I don't sound too confident, but I am. Yeah, we'll be right with that. That'll be right, that. Yeah, we'll be okay with that. Yeah, get the bars in. So thank you, wise old elf, you're a good man. He helped us out there today, Joe, and also thanks to Mother Earth. She did her bit, and yeah, it's coming together. All right. So I've been Guru Mafinda, you've been fabulous, and hopefully by the end of Sunday, I mean I'm back in work tomorrow, and then I'm back on here on Friday. It just depends now on when the poly comes, so we're waiting on for first tunnels. It could be up to 10 days, so we'll see what we can get done. I'll get the framework nice and solid. I'll get the fronts and backs in as well, and the doorway in, and that kind of thing. So all basically I want to be waiting for next week, it's probably going to be next week, is the actual poly. So once we can get the poly on, it's completed, but I'll get it to the stage where that's all we're waiting for. Right, that's the plan. I'll catch you later, boys and girls. Have a fabulous rest of the week. We got Thursday, Friday now, haven't we, before the weekend? So yeah, take care of yourselves and each other. Remember, we love you all, and keep growing with your heads down. Bye bye, see you next time.